Hey, y'all. Buddy's like, what? Hey, buddy. You want to Okay, so enough of that. Yes, second video today because I have arrived at where I had intended on staying. And just an example of how Abba always takes care of me. I had no idea when I got on the road, except for I had already planned a short drive, under 100 miles. And because I'm still, El Paso is looming. So anyway, before I get on the road, I know there's going to be a little of an issue because I'm sitting here and the camper is rocking in the wind. Not all the time, just every now and again. I was like, wow. And it's all stormy skies and stuff. I get on the road. So I get on the road and I'm trying to drive. And remember, I've told you when you get behind the big trucks and all the wind and you're trying to stay on the road? Well, it was like that the entire way. I think I drove for, I don't know how long I drove. It may be an hour, 2 hours. It had to have been. Anyway, it was frightening the entire way. I could hear on top every now and then the solar panels apparently would lift up. And Buddy was freaked out. Weren't you, Buddy? Because the wind kept blowing. Weird. And so I had the cruise control on, and it was like I was going uphill all the time. Like every few miles it would go up to 3,000 RPMs just to go down the road because the winds were so heavy. And there came a point that it scared me because it was going both directions. And it turns out, even though I have had my front end worked on and the alignment done, realignment, and the last time what he told me was you've got play because you're so heavy in the back. So now you take this little bit of play and you throw me in the wind. I was terrified numerous times in just a very short trip. It doesn't even seem like I've been on the road today, except for that little bit of trauma. But what's funny is I actually recognized a part of the road. I'm pretty sure I've stopped at that rest area, if not spent the night. I don't think I spent the night there because the time before I was always aiming for a Walmart. I didn't do the rest area thing so much because they tended to be really noisy. And oh my goodness, the rest area last night was like a 5-star rest area. I went in this morning. I didn't even go in yesterday. I went in this morning. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, had sculptures and libraries, and the bathroom looked like something out from Pinterest. It was an amazing rest area, and I stayed there nearly 24 hours. I didn't want to leave. I was like, it is so beautiful here. Buddy loved it. Off of the highway, I could hear the highway. But there's just not a lot of traffic. There were a lot of trucks on the back side, but, they were far enough away, I didn't even hear them. So anyway, not all rest areas are the same, but it's okay. It's a safe place to park, and it's a safe and legal place to park. So nobody's going to knock on my door at 2 a.m. and tell me to move on down the road. And I'm glad because tomorrow's El Paso Day, if the storm passes. Now, I looked on radar earlier today, and it looked like it was just all over Tucson. Hey, Patty, I'm heading your way, girlfriend. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow, let's see. For those of you who don't know geography, like me, I'm still in Texas. I love Texas. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking, if you wanted to be a nomad, you could literally stay in Texas all year and change weather. just drive around Texas. Because, man, it was like 70 some degrees yesterday. And notice I'm not wearing a coat or a wool sweater. I got so warm in here last night that it was hot. I was not, I mean, I wasn't sweating or nothing, but I'm like, I've kind of gotten used to it cold. And in the video, I'm like, it's cold in Virginia. It was cold. It was cold the entire time I was there. And all I kept thinking was, I'm going to freeze to death. I can't handle this. I'm not going to freeze to death. I'm not going to die. But for those of you old like me, it hurts your bones, man, to be that cold. And your muscles all tense up, so everything that is bad gets way bad. So I am going to sit here today, and I have some other videos. Y'all asked, I saw the comments, went and looked at comments. There are 3 daughters. Y'all have met Sarah when she came out to visit. Sarah and Cliff do not have children. Emily and George, I stayed with them, and I actually did a very short video while I was there. But with them, I had not been in their company in so long that I just wanted to enjoy the moments we had. And we absolutely, I don't know if they enjoyed it as much as I did, but it was amazing. And the video doesn't do it justice. It just introduces you to who Emily and George is. Now, and Buddy, Emily and George have Zoe. And Zoe is, I think she's about 11 years old. And she is a miniature, she looks like a miniature greyhound. I think it's called a whippet. I'm sorry, Emily. I don't know exactly. Anyway, about the same size as Buddy, and they made such good friends. And Buddy got to run around in their backyard with the grass and the trees. I think Sherry said something about that. Yeah. Me and Buddy kind of missing on the trees and all the green stuff. But you know what? I love the desert. The first prickly pear I saw, I got all excited. I was like, look at that thing growing under the bridge. Just determined. I love that. I love that. Yeah. So, it's a stormy day, y'all. And I'm glad that Abba directed me just here today. And then, tomorrow, we'll pray about tomorrow. I'm going to try to get to the other side of El Paso so I can stop. You know what? El Paso was so bad, I don't even remember what Tucson was like. I kind of do, but I think I might stop in Tucson. I don't know how many miles I got left. So I'm just going a little at a time. And boy, this is going to be interesting. There's all kinds of trucks, and this is a real rest area. The one I was at last night, man, it was like a welcome center and stuff too. So people, it's funny. Well, I guess the truck's got to stop somewhere. So before this gets too terrible long, and I do have to go back and edit out something I did. I just remember making a face and going, I need to start that again. So anyway, thanks for traveling with me, y'all, and thank you for all your wonderful comments and encouragements and questions. And I'm trying to remember who asked me. Somebody asked me about my daughters, the 3 daughters, and I think I was up to Molly. Molly has all 4 of my grandbabies. Molly is the youngest, and we celebrated her 30th birthday. She went on a zip line. A long, big one. That was terrifying to me. Well, actually, it wasn't terrifying because I just didn't go. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I really want to, but... And then they did video when I watched, and I probably could have got away with it. But I'd have screamed the whole way. So anyway, all 3 of my daughters are believers, and their husbands. And someday, that reunion, oh my goodness, this was just a little earthly one that makes me happy every time I see it. So I'm glad y'all enjoyed it too. So that's all for today. I love y'all.